what's up? It's Kathy, and I have a process video for Scrapping the Boys blog hop, and it's hosted by Christine Meyer, and I'm going to have a link in the description below because there is a way to win prizes. If you like and subscribe to her channel, my channel, leave comments, check out all the other videos because she's doing one each day with another amazing scrapper. So many awesome scrappers. There's more chances to win. So yeah. So we are scrapping about our boys today, or something, anything that's kind of masculine in that way, because you know, it can be a little bit more tricky to scrapbook that type of stuff. And something you noticed I did while I was not even talking about it was that corrugated cardboard piece that has the alphabet on it. So that is old Jelly Bean soup, I believe. A corrugated cardboard sheet that had the alphabet. It's an alpha set, and I decided to pop out all the alphabet out of whatever I had left because it's old. So I am keeping it, but I decided I wanted to use it as a background. And I still have it in, like, I don't know if I have it in blue, but I know I have it in green and the regular, like, craft color as well. So I still have more of those. Anyway, I backed it with an older piece of Studio Calico paper from a kit that I had gotten. And so the picture I have is of my oldest, Seth, and this was when he, I think, might have had his first loose tooth, I believe. I am pretty certain it was his first loose tooth, and so he was talking about it at the cottage over the summer. This was a few years ago, and so I took a picture of him, and I just thought it was such a silly, fun picture that it definitely needed to be scrapped. So I really loved the combo of what's going on here with that background paper and with all the other papers. That gray stripe is October Afternoon, and I cut it along the stripes and split it up just for, like, I don't know, some visual interest, I guess. And I actually really like it. And got some 6x6 papers going on. The raindrops are little by little Chamel, and the green one was the newer Pink Paisley Wild Child one that's, I guess, masculine, because there's a kind of a girl one and a boy one, and I just have the boy one right now. A little harder for me to get the girl one. I'm not even sure if I'm actually going to. And so this paper is from Amy Tangerine, and it was Oh Happy Life, I believe, and that was not last summer but the summer before, and I thought the colors actually went really well. I wanted to bring in some pink because there's pink in the raindrops and all that too, so I don't know, it just kind of, it felt like it all worked together. And I really liked both sides of the paper, the one that had kind of the paisley print in the white, and then the one that just had all the words and everything, because it had various blues that worked out really well with this layout and the color scheme, which is pretty much everything. The color scheme is every color. So I did fiddle around with paper placement and everything like that, like where I wanted it to go. And in the end, I figured out how I wanted to lay it out, and then I just kind of stapled all the pieces together. I find sometimes that's just a little bit easier for me than to tape them all down, and I know for sure that they're going to stick. And I'm like, yep, okay, I like that. And then I went and grabbed some old photo overlays, which were really popular a little while ago, like maybe 3 years ago, or no, even longer than that. And I bought a whole bunch when they were really popular. People were using them as layers and stuff like that, and I used them sometimes, but I still have lots of them. And so I went digging around in my stash, and I really love this one. I put one in the background just just for kind of a fun transparency. And then I put that one that says smile because I just thought, well, it works so well with the layout. And I like that addition of the dark on top of all the light layouts, or layers, I should say. And I did pop the photo up on foam, just the thin fun foam that I have. And so I'm just going through my stash right now and finding some stuff that I kind of want to work with, and these older die cuts with a view speech bubbles. They're chalk speech bubbles. I'm not going to use them with chalk, but I wanted the black speech bubble, and I thought I was going to bring in 2 of them, but I only end up bringing in 1, and this is what I wanted to put my title on. So I'm going to pop it up too because I want the little piece to fit over the photo. So in order to do that, it needs to be popped up too. Plus, I just like that extra dimension that it brings. Those little clear, what are they called? Speech bubbles that you see. I just had a cloud one there. They are sticky. They're from K & Company when they had all their Smashbook stuff. And I bought them and I've never used them, and they're really adorable. So I grabbed one, and I like the addition of the blue cloud speech bubble, and I just stapled it down. It kind of matches with the other transparency that I have going on underneath the layers of paper. And I was looking through this Amy Tangerine pack, and I can't remember if it's Hustle and Heart or On a Whim. I cannot remember which collection it's from. And her stickers are always clear, which in some respects I really like, and in other respects they kind of get on my nerves, because then if they're clear, they can be a little bit more tricky to work with. I liked that little palette one that was just the paint. It has nothing to do with anything except it had so many colors that were similar to what I was working with that I decided I wanted to use it. So I put it on white cardstock and cut it out. So fussy cut it. And I'm going to fiddle around with where it's going to go. I just thought I should have another cluster of embellishments down below. And I don't make it a huge cluster. I do end up removing that ruler. I don't want it too heavy. I really liked the green down at the bottom, but I don't need like that bee up top or anything like that. I actually decided to keep this layout really simple and not go overly crazy, which is something I do tend to do. But I didn't feel it was necessary for this. I only brought in like a few pieces of chipboard, and then I brought in some wood veneer that I wanted to use. And the wood veneer, I think, is from Paige Evans' Take Me Away collection. That's how I store my wood veneers. Well, originally I was thinking of these little things, but then I didn't like them. And I saw those with the yellow, and I was like, oh, I really want to bring in some yellow. So I loved the half-dipped look. But there was only 2 pieces that had yellow. There was only 2 pieces that had yellow, but I wanted 3 because I wanted something in each little cluster. So I end up bringing in a little button on the bottom that doesn't have a color, or if it does, it doesn't have much of a color. And I end up using yellow baker's twine to achieve the yellow look in the 3 corners. So I get my yellow in, I get my wood veneer clusters in. So still works out. But I'm going to glue that down because this type of background would be better for, you'd be better off gluing than using a tape runner. And I really like the arrow that way, just because it's directing your eye to the photo, which is really cute. And so I'm going to use this speech bubble and some older foam thickers, and I'm just going to write loose tooth. If you heard that brrr, it was my phone buzzing. So I love those ones, those aqua older ones. They're just some of my favorites. So I'm just going to kind of adjust where they go. And that's like that's pretty much it for the layout. I'm going to move around the arrow and put it back up. That's why I'm moving the word tooth. And I'm going to use Heidi Swap Color Shine. And I actually use it in cherry. And it wasn't to simulate blood or anything due to a loose tooth. I just wanted to bring in some kind of a contrast color. And I thought bringing in like a red would really look nice. And it does. And I don't think it looks like blood. I actually really like the look of the red splatters. I think it just depends on how big you make them is what separates it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you check out all the other videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!